Okay, do me a favor and think back to when you watched movies as a child. Comedy movies, funny movies, things that made you laugh hysterically, right? Right? Think about it. Think about the meaning, the vibe, and not think about now. Like, do we go to movie theaters and watch comedy movies anymore? Like, so which brings me to comedy, okay? They switched comedy. Comedy literally has a whole different formula to it. It's not the same as it was anymore. Okay? Comedy does not hold the same value. That's why you don't go and watch a comedy movie with your family anymore. You just don't do it. Now it's like a franchise movie that's funny, but it's action, CGI. There's no just pure comedy anymore because I think they realize what the value of comedy, right? The value of comedy, it heals you. It actually heals you. Like laughing heals your spirit. Okay, literally, right? Now we're gonna be going over two formulas of comedy, and then how they, and then you see this. Then we can see how comedy affects us on a normal basis, right? In my opinion, right, the funniest people in my life have the most depth and perspective, okay? But it's also because they've been through the most pain. The people that have been through the worst shit are the funniest people, okay? I had to figure out the formula and the schematics of why, right? It's all pain. Pain is the creator, the mastermind of comedy, right? So pain is like yin yang. So pain is also healing. Okay, like you gotta go through pain to be good at healing. All right. So this is the comedy formula of movies that we used to watch as children. I'm just gonna like Rush Hours, Soul Plane, Life, Roscoe Jenkins, Anchorman, right? I'm just thinking of like super bad. This is the formula, okay? So they had pain. Pain equals depth, okay? Depth equals perspective. So because you've been something, you're able to see how deep, how like the ins and outs, and you're able to be empathetic because you've been there, okay? Which gives you depth, and the depth gives you perspective. Explain that. And perspective gives you humor. So you're able to see, and you're like able to go back and laugh about it. Okay, you're able to see like what the stupid mistake you made, which what makes it funny. You're able to see why this person did that to you, which makes it funny, right? Which eventually leads to humor equals healing. Like I just said, you're able to understand what is going on, why, what happened, and then you eventually laugh about it, which eventually leads to you healing. Okay? Pain equals depth. Depth turns into perception. Perception turns into humor. Humor turns into you healing. Okay? Now they eliminated pain from the equation. So now we go to movies, comedy movies, and the action films, and there is no pain. That means it equals no depth. No depth equals to no insight. No insight leads to empty humor. Empty humor, no healing. Okay? So back in the day, it was truth in disguise. So it was true shit. Like if you watching some comedy movie, it'd be true, but it'd be funny in disguise. Now it's a distraction and costume. They try to disguise it as real, but there's no real like. There's nothing to take. There's nothing really to take away from it. Okay, it's just numbing. It's just like a quick joke. It's not really. There's nothing to heal from it. Okay, so but to understand this, right? What you watch, the old comedy formula versus the comedy we get now, you have to learn the alchemy of pain. You have to become an alchemist of pain, okay? So pain can turn into several different things, okay? So your pain can turn into healing, or it can turn into you passing down generational curses. That's why they say hurt people hurt people. Now instead of now when you hear hurt people, I want to give you a visual representation so now you know exactly what people mean when they say that. Okay? Hurt people is basically pain turns into reaction, turns into suppression, and then it's a repetition. So you get hurt, then you react to it, then you suppress what hurt you in the beginning, and then you just end up doing it again. Okay? So if you know what hurt you in the beginning and then how you reacted to it, you don't suppress it, which then leads you to not repeat it. Okay? But if you want to become an alchemist of your pain, you would go through pain, go through hardship, you would accept it, right? You'd be understanding of it, be aware, which would make it funny, which would lead to liberation. You wouldn't lead to repeating the same mistakes because you're liberated now. You're now enlightened. You're now like you now know. You're aware of what caused the pain and how to not have it repeat itself. Okay, and the big thing is acceptance versus reaction. Learn to stop reacting. Okay, someone goes through a heartbreak, they immediately find a new person that they want to be with, and then they repeat the same mistake, the same formula with a new human, with a new face. It's the same formula with a new face, right? You go through trauma as a kid, you take the pain, you always react to it, and you suppress it, and then you eventually repeat it to the people in your life. Okay? Switch it up. Switch it up. Find the pain, accept it, understand it, laugh about it, and then be liberated from it. That's comedy.